ಸರ್
ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಸರ್
ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂದ್ರಿ ಸರ್?
ಬಂದೆ ಸರ್, ಇದು ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆನೆ ಬರೋಣ ಅಂತಿದ್ದೆ, ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ.
ನಾನು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ನೋಡಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಆನೆ ತುಳಿದಿರ ಸರ್.
58-year-old plantation owner Thirumalappa is no stranger to wild elephants in his backyard.
ಡೋರ್ನ ಮುರಿದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಡೋರು ಮುರಿದಿದೆ.
In the past, wandering elephants have inadvertently damaged 7 acres of his paddy fields and several of his coffee plants and coconut and areca trees.
ಅಲ್ಯೂಮಿನಿಯಂ ಪೈಪ್ ಸರ್. ಸರ್, ಆನೆಗಳಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಭಯದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ ಸರ್. ನಾವು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಬದುಕಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ನನಗೆ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಜಮೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ.
However, a few days ago, a simple warning message that he received just in the nick of time helped him save his employee from a potentially fatal encounter with an elephant.
ಒಂದು ವಾರದಿಂದ ನನಗೊಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬಂತು ಸರ್. ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾನು ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಲೇಬರಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಗದ್ದೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಪ್ಯಾಡಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ನಂದು ದನ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೇಬರ್ ಇದ್ದ ಸರ್. ಅವನಿದ್ದ ಫೋನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವನ ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬಿದ್ದ ಸರ್. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದನ ಮೇಯಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅವನು ಕೂಗೋದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ತಿರುಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಆನೆ ಇದೆ ಸರ್. ಅವನು ನಾವು ಇಂಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಬಚಾವಾದ ಸರ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆನೆ ಅವತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಇದು ಸಕಲೇಶಪುರ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಟಣೆ. ಮಳಲಿ ಹಾಗೂ ರಾಮನಹಳ್ಳಿ ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಕಾಡಾನೆಗಳು ಕಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, ಗ್ರಾಮಸ್ಥರು ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೋರಲಾಗಿದೆ.
Thirumalappa lives in Hassan district in the state of Karnataka that has the country's highest population of Asiatic elephants in the wild. The Hassan area in particular has seen 39 human deaths in the last 10 years as a result of encounters with elephants, making it one of the epicenters of human-elephant conflict in the country. Elephants have been spotted in Hassan since the 1970s. Over the years, Hassan's topography became highly fragmented, and they started losing their natural habitat to coffee plantations, monocultures, and paddy fields. Today, only 2% of the total land is reserved as forests. The lack of continuous forest cover has meant higher chances of elephants wandering into what are now human settlements. In this jostle for space, many lives on both sides have been unintentionally endangered.
Every time there are human deaths, there are crop damages, tempers run high. Forest department is also under a lot of pressure from people. They are demanding for solutions. So and sometimes under this pressure they are forced to capture or remove elephants. And every time elephants are captured, there has been an influx of newer individuals. So when you remove certain elephants, certain individuals, there's a vacuum that's created, and elephants from neighboring areas come and recolonize this area for various reasons. One, resource availability. I mean, the area is dominated by agriculture, so there's a lot of paddy. Seasonally, there's a lot of jackfruit in coffee estates. Abundance of water is another factor.
Elephants are wide-ranging species, which means that they need large areas of natural habitat to live and breed. Shrinking forests has meant that elephant herds are forced to seek new territories. Vinod Krishnan is a researcher with Nature Conservation Foundation, an organization that has been working in the area since 2015 to develop technology-led solutions to ensure that no lives are lost on either side due to human-elephant conflict.
Most of the deaths that occurred were between 6 and 10 in the morning and 4 and 8 in the evening. So these were the two critical time periods that we found. Also, when we looked at what is the reason or what are the circumstances, we also realized that lack of awareness was one of the prime reasons. Of the 39 human deaths that have happened so far from 2010 to 2019, this is a little bit of Coorg and Hassan because these elephants also keep crossing back to Coorg. So in this study area there have been about 39 human deaths in the last 10 years, and most of them, more than 60% of the cases, people didn't know that there were elephants in that area, and probably if they had information, these incidents could have been avoided. The elephants have crossed to Bengaluru. RRT guy had called. So reliable information. You can send the message. Let Balu go to field.
In 2017, the organization launched an early warning system, the first of its kind in the region, that today covers 220 villages in the Hassan district. It is a free service for which locals can sign up by registering their mobile number with the organization.
Quickly, we'll send off on voice message also.
ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸೂಚನೆ. ಕಾಡಾನೆಗಳು ಹಂಪಾಪುರ ಹಾಗೂ ಕಾಗ್ನೂರು ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಕಂಡುಬಂದಿದ್ದು, ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತಲಿನ ಗ್ರಾಮಗಳ ಗ್ರಾಮಸ್ಥರು ಎಚ್ಚರಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ.
Quite simply, anyone registered routinely receives alerts in Kannada about the possible location of elephants, as well as additional warnings in case of an unanticipated elephant presence in their vicinity. This is done through bulk SMSs, voice messages, as well as 8 digital display boards and LED alert lights.
Because of these interventions, the average human deaths have come down to as low as 1, and in the last 1 year there have been no human deaths in the study area, which has never happened in the history of Hassan in a long time.
The organization works in tandem with the State Forest Department's Rapid Response Team, who have been crucial boots on the ground. This group of 48 people, led by Range Forest Officer Ravindra PC, are mostly locals who have been trained by the Forest Department to physically track elephant herds, so that there is constant and updated information about their locations.
See, these are the locations that they have updated. These locations will be sent through SMS and voicemail to the people, all the farmers and the planters who have been registered.
This integrated and robust communication system has proved pivotal for planters like Tirumalappa.
ಈ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶುರು ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವೀಗ ಆನೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ. ದಾಟಿರೋದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆನೆ ಇರೋದು ಇಂಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಆದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಾವು ಲೇಬರ್ ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಪ್ಲಾಂಟರ್ಗಳು ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ತೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಬ್ಬನ ಹೋಗಿ ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ತೋಟ, ಆನೆ ದಾಟಿದೆಯಾ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಏನಾದರೂ ವರ್ಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್. ಮುಂಚೆಗೆ ಹೀಗಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆನೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಸೀದಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ವಿ ತೋಟಕ್ಕೆ, ಆನೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನಾವು ಮತ್ತು ಆನೆ ಓಡಿಸೋದು, ಈ ಥರ ನಮ್ಮ ಆನೆ ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯ ಈ ಥರ ನಡೀತಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ನಾವು ತೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಲಿ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ತೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದೇ ನಿಲ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕೊಡೋ ತೋಟಕ್ಕಿಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲನೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸರ್, 4:30 ಮೇಲೆ ತೋಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ನಾವು ಇರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ಆನೆ ದಾಟುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ಟೈಮಿಂಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಿಂದೆ 5:15 ಮೇಲೆ ದಾಟ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಈಗ 4:15 ಒಳಗೆ 4 ಗಂಟೆಗೆಲ್ಲ ರೋಡ್ ದಾಟಿ ಸೀದಾ ತೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಡೈಲಿ ಇದಾಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ.
तो आपका नंबर मैं ले लेता हूँ. आपका जो यहाँ काम करते हैं, आपका मैनेजर साहब का, उसको हर रोज़ मैसेज भेजता हूँ. ठीक है. I would say the most remarkable change that I would see in people is that they've reduced chasing elephants. When we started work here, if there were elephants in a coffee estate, they were chased to the next estate. But after repeatedly interacting with them and telling them not to disturb elephants during the day, I think it's played a huge role because they have changed their attitude. They said, okay, we will not disturb the elephants, and that has reduced the stress on elephants as well.
Between 2017 and 2020, there has been a tenfold increase in the number of locals registered to receive alerts and updates. Each alert sent has meant saving countless human lives, giving hope that the people of Hassan could soon be at peace with the elephants.